how the Portuguese actually speak. And the way they actually speak is actually quite different from the Portuguese that you learned maybe from your teacher or from a textbook. All right? Because the Portuguese that your teacher speaks and or the Portuguese that you find in your textbook is made for foreigners to understand. So you can learn with it. It's very good that you learn with it. It's the first step, but that's not real life Portuguese. At some point, as soon as possible, you should move to real life content. And the sooner you get used to real life Portuguese, the better, because I know that you want to have a life in Portuguese. You want to make friends and have good conversations with your friends and family in Portuguese. And that's why I'm here. Olá, I'm Sara. I'm Portuguese. I'm a Portuguese teacher, and I'm here to help you enter the Portuguese world. So in a previous video, I told you that it's not about speed. It's not only about speed. It's about patterns that happen when we say sentences. When we speak in sentences, the sound changes because it's about linking words. When we link words, the sounds that are linking those words may change compared to the sounds of those words individually. So now I want to give you more examples. I will give you 3 sentences and I will go deep and explain how the Portuguese say these sentences, what happens with the vowels, which sounds do we cut, and let's do it. Let me show you the first sentence. The first sentence is estava à espera. Estava à espera. I was waiting. Estava à espera. So one thing is written Portuguese, other thing is spoken Portuguese. So we try to represent the sounds in the best way we can, but sometimes that representation is not that good, let's say. So in the sentence, estava à espera, estava à espera, there are a couple of things that are happening here. First, we need to think about, of course, the first word, estava. Estava. This particular verb can be cutted, just tava. It can be just tava. Tava. We can cut the first syllable. It's not mandatory, but it happens. And then we have 2 versions. Tava, that I just said, and estava. 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 So for this second option, we just drop the first letter, that U. So instead of pronunciating estava, and you may expect that we pronunciate everything, estava, actually this way is not that normal. Estava. Estava. Because the focus or the highest syllable is not on the first syllable. The highest syllable is ta. So ta, this is a part of the word that we will actually pronounce it clearly, well enunciated. Estava, estava, estava. So these 2 options, tava and estava, are the ones that native speakers actually use. All right? The last A in this word, it's a low A, So you're not going to hear it as clearly as the previous A. Estava, estava, estava. And after estava, we have a, an open a. It's an open sound, a. And because the previous A is it's weak, it's soft, we can just cut it. And then we get estava, estava, estava. Okay, no just a. Estava. Estava. And then we have espera. 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 Which means wait. I was waiting. Estava à espera. So the same here happens with just like the first word. We just can cut the because it's soft, it's weak, and then we have the sound sh, because we have an s here with the sound sh. Espera, 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 espera. We don't cut the whole syllable because it's not that other verb. With esperar, in this kind of sentence, we don't cut the syllable, although it's the same the syllable, right? Estou, espera. So we just say espera, the sh sound, all right? And the last vowel, the last letter, letter A, espera, is also a low sound, a low A, espera. So the way we pronounce is eu estava à espera, estava à espera. This is how we really pronounce. Estava à espera, estava à espera, estava à espera. Okay? And you can learn and memorize this construction because it's a chunk. Eu estava à espera, I was waiting for something. I was waiting for you. I was waiting for him. Estava à espera. And then you can use it in different contexts because it's always estava à espera. The other sentence is preciso de estar. Preciso de estar. And I know that this sounds just like because we have a lot of consonants that we pronounce and a lot of vowels. And by vowels, I mean low vowels, sound that are low and doesn't sound that they are there, right? So, preciso, 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 that pr. You just hear the consonant sound, right? It's just the consonant. So, preciso. And C is the highest syllable. So, this is the highest, and you're going to hear it very clearly. Preciso, preciso. And su, it's lower. So, the U is there, but it's soft. So, some of you will be able to notice it. Some others don't. It depends on how trained your ear is. And to train it, you need to listen a lot, right? D. Again, the same low so we just cut it. Just the sound of the consonant. D. And next we have estar. That same verb from the previous sentence. Estar, which means to be. Preciso de estar. I need to be somewhere. Preciso de estar. So it happens the same. Or we can cut the syllable, the first syllable, ish, or we just reduce it to sh. Sh. Preciso de estar. Preciso de estar. And here we cut the syllable, first syllable. Preciso de estar. Or preciso de estar. Preciso de estar. And in this case, you have just the sh sound instead of the O syllable. Preciso de estar. Preciso de estar. Again, just like the previous sentence, this is a chunk of information. You can learn this, memorize this. I need to be. Preciso de estar. And every time you need to use it, you can use it. And every time you need to understand, you can understand. Now, it varies the context, but if you need to be at home at 5, preciso de estar em casa às 5. Or if it's different, it's different too. I need to be at 5. I need to be at home for lunch. Preciso estar em casa para o almoço. So, always needs to be a chunk of information. Preciso de estar. Preciso de estar. Last sentence. Vamos embora. Vamos embora. Vamos embora. Which means let's go. Let's go. Vamos embora. What is happening in this case? Vamos ends with an S. If I pronounce the word, just the word, it's vamos. So notice that the last sound is sh. Vamos. 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 And let's go could be just vamos. Could be just vamos or vamos embora. Let's go. Vamos embora. But embora starts with a vowel. So what happens when an S is between vowels? Because I know these are two different words, but when we speak, everything goes together, right? Vamos, we don't say vamos embora. You don't say let's go. You don't say this, right? It feels robotic. Vamos embora. Let's go. It doesn't sound natural, right? So when we say the two words, the S that was in the end of that word vamos, not going to be in the end anymore because we are talking about chunk. It's going to be in middle of two vowels. And when an S is between two vowels, then the sound changes. The sound is Z. Z. So, vamos embora. Vamos embora. Vamos embora. Of course, I'm doing it very strong, so you can clearly hear the Z sound. But, of course, in daily life, people just say this naturally. Vamos embora. Vamos embora. Vamos embora. Vamos embora. Vamos embora is let's go, let's leave. It's time to leave. That's why we have this vamos and vamos embora. All right? So I suggest you, next time you listen to the Portuguese, try to spot these patterns because they happen all the time. And these examples that I just gave you are, I'm using very frequent words and very frequent chunks of information that people use basically every day. All right? If you want to know more sentences and if you want to know how the Portuguese actually speak and how they change the sounds in the sentence, I'd like to invite you to a free class that will introduce you to all of these phenomena that is specific to European Portuguese. It's different from Brazilian Portuguese, different from Spanish Portuguese. The link is in the description below. All right? And if you want more content like this, you need to let me know, right? You can either give me a like and also comment with your thoughts and telling me, Sara, you need to make more videos like this one because we really need it. All right? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.